Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Western Balkans Unicorn Pitches. This is first event of its kind where the health tech startup from Western Balkans region will pitch in front of the international investors coming from Silicon Valley, Singapore, and even Serbia. My name is Ivana Kostić, and I'm one of the co-founders of Health Tech Lab, the local Serbian health tech ecosystem. We are the co-organizers together with our wonderful partners, Startup Network, which is probably following us today, and Marina will join us later. We hope that you can see also now the images of our co-organizers, the Startup Network and Health Tech Lab. Besides this event, we hope that we will organize many more that will come and that will inspire the local regional health tech startups. Besides the organizers, this event is supported by numerous partners, and I would like to thank QuickLook and Flexion for enabling all of our startups with financial application that help them do financial calculations also for this pitch, but all 10 startups that will pitch today will have a chance to use the application, first 3 startups in the next year, and then the rest of the 7 startups for a month after this event. Of course, I would like to thank our media sponsors, Balkan Up. Thank you for sharing our news. Thank you for sharing the news all over the region and gathering the startups and opportunities for them. And now the sponsors. I would like to thank the diamond sponsor, Network VC, the golden sponsor, Silicon Finance, and the silver sponsor, Silicon Valley, and our friends and colleagues from Science Park Graz. They're also not here, but I hope they're all following us online. So big thanks and greetings to all of you. And now I will introduce you to agenda for today. We will have 2-minute presentations from our investors, which are today part of our judging system. And after that, we will hear all the startups and all the pitches. Each startup will have 3 minutes to pitch and we'll have 3 minutes to discuss with the investors. After that, it's not the end. We'll have a fireside chat with 2 wonderful ladies from a health tech ecosystem coming from Roche Serbia and PwC Serbia, where you will hear some interesting news on the regional startups, on the potential for investment, digitalization, and some future plans. So please stay with us. We can now start with the presentation of the investors, and I would like to invite Zohar Ilinetsky, if he's here with us, to present his fund and to present himself. If Zohar is not here with us yet, we can start with Anna Dektereva. Anna.
Morning, everyone. I'm Anna, CEO and founder of Happy Farm Business Accelerator and the Link Up Conference Show. I'm an investor, serial entrepreneur, also a businesswoman, business mom. Originally, I am from Ukraine and live and work in Astana, Kazakhstan, also San Francisco, now and New York City. We already invest in 42 portfolio companies. I'll be ready to help. So let's link up.
Very impressive. Many thanks. Next one, Benjamin Radomski.
Hold on. Yes, I'm here. Hi, thank you so much. Benjamin Radomski. I'm originally from Stockholm, Sweden. I'm now based in Italy since many years. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a founder of Business Via Italy. And we invest in different sectors. We also have a company in London called Spin Ventures. And we mainly focus on anything to do with reduction in plastic and reduction in CO2 emission. We have a portfolio of about 40 million at the moment, and we do investments and also advisory services.
Sounds great. Many thanks, Benjamin. Next one, Jim Thomas. Jim is not here, then we can hear Jules Walker. And I see that the next one is Kabir Mohammed. Kabir is here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I'm sorry, there seems to be something wrong with my camera, so I can't switch that on. Anyways, my name is Kabir Mohammed from South Africa, director of DNA Capital. DNA Capital is a venture capital company that invests mainly in tech startups in the African continent. However, we are launching a new fund to participate in tech opportunities out of Eastern Europe, because we found that there's a lot of innovation coming out of Eastern Europe, and we'd like to give South African investors exposure to Eastern European tech. Cool, thanks.
Wonderful, perfect. Thank you so much. Stay with us. Next one, Paul Smith. Okay, Subrata Patra is the next one that applied for this event.
Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Good afternoon, hello.
Yeah, hi. Hi, this is Subrata Patra from Bangalore, India. I'm managing partner at Idea Capital Ventures as well as venture partner with our ventures. We are sector agnostic, primarily focused on India, but open to investing interesting mandates across the world. We have about 56 companies in our portfolio, and we invest up to $10 million. Thank you very much. Looking forward.
Thank you so much. Let's see if Ashish is not with us. Gaurav Shah.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone in Eastern Europe. Good morning, good evening to everyone elsewhere in the world. This is Gaurav. I'm managing partner with Arit Ventures. We are based out in Silicon Valley and now transitioning to India as well. We are basically an investment consulting and advisory firm, and whatever partial investments we make are largely in owned and operated models across India and US. I look forward to all wonderful startups today and the presentations forward. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think Swetal and Preeti are not with us, and Peter Hlavnička. I hope I pronounced all the names correctly today.
No, you're completely right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Peter Hlavnička. I'm from RTA Ventures. I'm venture partner based in Singapore, originally from Czechoslovakia and Canada, then US, now Singapore. So pretty much global. So is our fund. We're based in Singapore, but we have a presence in Silicon Valley, Israel, Luxembourg, Hong Kong. And we focus on an early stage, pre-seed, seed up to the Series A. Size of a check varies. Focusing on a medtech and deep tech. The most recent activity is we launched a House of Medtech and House of Deep Tech in Luxembourg. We are currently looking for participants. If anybody's export ready and wants to engage in in Europe, let us know. And I'm looking forward to your pitches, guys. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Next one from Serbia, Miloš Arambasić.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you all. Very happy to meet all of the participants today and wish you a great luck and a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Miloš. Next is lady Svetlana Kaninskaya.
Kamyshanskaya, so
I'm so sorry.
complicated, I know. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this international community. So I'm an angel investor and corporate lawyer from San Francisco, my firm Primum Law Group. provides services, business and legal services to technology companies that expand operation to the US. We do provide end-to-end project management for tech companies in Silicon Valley. So good luck everyone who's going to present today.
Thank you, Svetlana. And last but not least, Vladimir Pavlović from Serbia.
Hi, my name is Vladimir Pavlović, coming from Belgrade, Serbia. I'm the mentor and advisor to several startups in Serbia and Western Balkan region, but also active as investors. My partners and me within the company WM Equity Partners, we are supporting startups in obtaining financing for business expansion, especially in the process of the drafting of the business plans, also establishing the companies and providing the basis of the governance. We are the local partner of the IFC in this area, and as well we are connecting these startups with mainly regional VC funds and other investors. We were the lead investors in the first Serbian crowd investing campaign that was successfully completed in December last year, and also I'm very excited to see the pitches of the startups today.
Thank you, Vladimir. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the investors. Please confirm your voting links. So the investors and the judges will have a chance to vote during your pitches and even after during our fireside chat. So please open your links, confirm that everything is working, and we can start with the main event, which is the pitches of the startup. I would like to invite everyone to get ready. We'll have the order and we'll have 10 startups pitching today. First one being Baby FM. Each startup will have 3 minutes to pitch and 3 minutes to have questions and discussion with the judges. So I would like to invite the first one, Baby FM, to get ready. So let's start.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Just a second.
You're first to open the session, so good luck.
Thank you.
I'll confirm the time and let you know when 3 minutes pass.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ivan Soldatovic from Baby FM team. Have you ever been wondering how the sleepless nights look like when your baby has a fever? I can tell you in my own situation, it looks horrible. This could be me and my wife just in a real situation. I am actually sleeping and she's awoke. In order to help the parents with the young babies who have a fever, we constructed the body temperature monitoring system, who consists of a temperature sensor and application for mobile devices. This system allows monitoring of the baby body temperature, medicine tracking, and alerting and reporting. Benefits for parents with babies are huge, especially night sleep for parents, real-time data and notification, safety and reporting, question and answers, recommendation from doctors could be implanted in the application, physical and emotional well-being for whole family if they have a little bit of sleep during the fever nights, and productivity satisfaction for parents who go to the work next day after the fever. Benefit for healthcare systems are also huge, but we will just emphasize the real-time monitoring and feedback, predictive analytics, and tracking medication and its effect in real-life situation, which could be considered as the best cohort for the clinical study. We evaluated the EU market and come to these numbers, which is 4 million per annum for the total available device market, a serviceable available market for 0.8 million per annum, and serviceable available market as 100,000 per annum. There is a competition on the market. Several devices already exist, but our advantages are the most common elastic band, cotton elastic band, not irritated skin, and then the sensor position is axillary joint like the real monitoring of the baby's fever. A remote parent supervision is possible if babies are with babysitters or grandparents. And in next generation, we are planning to make the vital signs monitoring, such as heart rate variability, respiratory rate, and febrile convulsion prediction with our artificial intelligence team that can produce it. These are our milestones for several years. As you can see, team is established in 2019. On 2020, we were eventually winners local competition. At the moment, we are in a Rising Star Acceleration Program, and we are finishing our MVP product and hope to produce up to 600 units by the end of this year. And as you can see, with the increasing trend. Right down corner, you can see the possible investments that we are planning to obtain. Cost to revenue structure is presented here as the worst case scenario, realistic case scenario, and best case scenario. And all these three scenarios depends on the number of units we are going to sell, which of course depend on us and of course on global market at the moment. And of course, in Corona time, additional benefit could be overheating as one of the most common consequences in wearing protective suits. And our device could be used for real-time monitoring of personnel in protective suits as a warning system for overheating and dehydrating. This is our team, Vladimir, Tamara, and Ivan. Thank you.
Exactly on time, so perfect, just in a second. Let's hear the questions of the jury.
Hi, Ivan, this is Gaurav.
Hello.
Ivan, I have a question. I saw your competitors' pricing analysis and their product, right? Your product can essentially last up to 24 months versus some of them being single use or up to 6 months. What is your pricing and revenue model strategy?
Well, our pricing and revenue model will depend on several factors, but we are currently, I can bring that back. Do you see the slide?
Yes.
First, as you can see, we are planning the average sales price per unit to be $150 or euros, because our target population are young parents who are working in some who are busy and working in some firms, and actually I can say young businessmen, and we are planning we are depending on the help of the investors, investing partners. We can consider the number of units that will be sold, especially if they can help in the market share.
So your price is going to be one-time fixed fee, no subscription, recurring revenue cost, or anything like that.
We are now currently at the moment we are thinking of several choices, but at the moment we have our main advantage is the elastic band, which can be used as the sensor sorry for my English. As a sensor holder, and we actually have the opportunity to combine several sensors if needed. For example, we can measure the heart rate variability and respiratory rate and all other parts, and we think that we can make the scalable product as much as it depends as much as sensors you want and what would be your main goal. If it's only temperature, we can measure only temperature, but we can also add the heart rate, respiratory rate, and we have a very good team, a comprehensive team of machine learning data scientists, and it would be very good if we would try to make the algorithm for prediction of febrile convulsion, which is one of the major fear for young parents, since that is one of the most critical point of the child's fever.
I know. So Ivan, what regions are you targeting? What regions are you targeting for the sales? You have mentioned that 2021 is going to be the year of revenue, now that you have your prototype ready. What countries or regions are you targeting, and do you need any regulatory approval from government, healthcare agencies?
Yes, in the first phase, we would try the local region Balkans, but it would be only for shortly, because as the device will be electronic device in the first moment, as soon as it becomes the medical device, as it is the class 1 medical device with CE mark and all the regulatory approvals, then it could be sold globally. But the first phase, we could check it locally, very short and locally, and get the feedback from the parents and do the proof of concept in a huge population, and then global market is for us. I mean,
thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. The time for questions is up. The next startup, Sremcat. The stage is yours.
Okay, so I hope you can hear us.
Perfect. You can start
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello, I'm here to present to you the next generation urinary catheter. We're about to resolve one of the biggest medical challenges, complications related to the use of urinary catheters. Let me show you the problem. Every day, every year, actually, more than 2,000 people in UK and 13,000 people in US will lose their lives because of the infections which are caused by urinary catheters. You understand? It's a lot of complications, and you see it's a lot of cost as well. It means that 5 persons every day and in UK and 35 in US will die, and 5,000 pounds will be spent in UK and 100,000 pounds in US. So more facts, 3% of world population is using urinary catheter, as well as 13% of population living in the institutional care units. You know how many is that? It's over 1 million, 1 billion people, 1 billion people worldwide. So also, if you're hospitalized, you have 15% chance that you will get infection and 70% chance that that infection will be caused by urinary catheter. And you know what? It can get even worse. Your infection may not be treated with antibiotics sometimes. So what do we offer? We have new unique technical solution. We have new design, new construction. And we have catheter which does not introduce bacteria to urinary tract. It looks exactly like other catheters, but it's not. This one will cut the costs of all the complications by 50%. And it will save 1 million in UK and over 18 million in United States. Do we have competitors? Of course. Urinary catheters are used for thousands of years. And the only one which is for long-term use is Foley catheter, and it's used for almost 100 years. There's a lot of others which try to develop new catheters, but we're different. Our catheter is both for long and for short-term use. I repeat, our catheter can be used both for short and long-term use. The only one for long-term use is Foley catheter, and we have the one which will not introduce bacteria to urinary tract. And this is important, you understand? This is important because that will cut the cost by 50%. So our market is huge. It's over 1.8 billion, and it's growing every year from 5 to 10%. And what we need from your side is 200,000. We need 200,000 to make a catheter which will be used in preclinical and clinical trials. We have a prototype, but we need 200,000 to use it because this is what we need for regulatory requirements to put it on the market. So please walk this road with us. And as much as you want to walk it with us, we will give more shares. Please walk with us. Thank you. This is us.
So the questions.
I have a question. What is
Yes.
the current value of the company? Like if you offer the equity, how much do you offer?
At the moment, we are in the beginning. We don't have a proof of concept. We can offer 5% at later stages, you know, and of course, as the later stage it is, we can offer more and more. It depends on you how ready you are to walk this path. You understand that there are very strict regulatory requirements because this is such kind of medical device.
So what market
depends?
What markets are because regulatory requirements would be different depending on the regions, Europe or the US or like.
Actually, the requirements are everywhere the same. We have to go for preclinical and then clinical trials. And finally, then to come to the market, we need to register the device to get the CE and everything else in Europe and to register it everywhere. So it's almost the same everywhere, and it requires the same path, negotiating with the healthcare institution, with the healthcare, meaning to get on the positive list of every country. This is our goal, because we want to be used in every hospital, in every institutional care unit.
We're gonna be first.
First, we're going to get in Europe, of course. Europe is our goal. You can see that on our slide here. So our first goal is Europe, you see. First is CE, then UK, and then US, then South America, and then we will move to Asia, and finally in China. Why China the latest? Because the regulatory process is a bit longer in China. It takes time. We will start it immediately, you see that. We'll start immediately, but unfortunately the last one to be on the market will be in China, because this regulatory and negotiating in China takes a bit longer.
Hi, Maya.
Hello.
Tell me, would it not be more prudent to prove the concept in your local region in Serbia first? I mean, looking for $200,000, I mean, 200,000 euros, I understand. However, from what I gather, you've already registered with WIPO and your product design has been patented already. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm going to tell you why. Because it doesn't matter where, you need to make preclinical trials to get results. Preclinical trials need to be made in a very special environment. Such a special environment, unfortunately, could not be found in Serbia. We want it, but cannot be. So we find several ones in Europe, and this is why we start there. We need the sterility of the highest level, and it cannot be done in Serbia, unfortunately.
I understand. Thank you.
Not yet. Hopefully, we will design the ecosystem for this to be possible, and this is what we're working on as Health Tech Lab. Thank you, Maya. Let's start with the next startup, 3D Medic.
Can you hear me?
Please unshare the screen so the next one can join. Thank you.
Okay.
Maya, are you there? Please just unshare the screen so the next startup can use it. Sorry for the delay. We will contact Maya. I'm sure
No
she's
problem.
happy that she finished.
Okay, I think
Perfect.
now it's available. Just one moment. Okay, you can see my screen.
Yes, you can start.
Hello, my name is Ivan and I'm co-founder of 3D Medic company. Our vision is to become the leader in medical 3D printing for Balkan region. Our main focus is development of 3D printed orthoses due to the high number of trauma injuries and disabilities among children and older population, all forced to use old methods of immobilization. Current solution on the market provide low level of comfort and functionality. That's why we offer a complete service for our customers in the form of unique custom-made products. Compared to the plaster solution, 3D printed bottle is water resistant, lightweight, and skin safe, as it's made from PLA. Using the high resolution 3D scanner, we can make high quality products. But That's not all. Imagine that you do the surgery before the surgery. Imagine you hold the tumor even before you make the first cut. That's what we make, that's what we enable. This is the game changer. As you can see, I hold the full-size tumor in my hand. Using this model, the surgery can be planned, risk of complication reduced, procedure time decreased, and much, much more. Those kinds of models could be also applied in education purposes. Scan of the tumor is presented on the screen. For the business model, what is important is 10% equity for 125K. Estimated revenue for the first year is 124K, so expected return of investment is 3 years. It's quite extensive, and according to the research, we do not have real formal competition in South Europe. And of course, the complete idea is supported by our great team. Thank you for your attention. Please proceed with your question.
Thank you, Ivan. You had 1 more minute, but we can start with questions and maybe you can fill up.
Yeah.
Hi, Ivan. This is Subrata Patra here. Just
Hello.
wanted to know what's the material that you are using here?
PLA material.
Say it again.
PLA.
Okay.
Subrata, that's
PLA is
polylactic
safe for
acid.
skin.
Polylactic acid, right, Ivan?
And what's your 3D printing technique? Is it SLS or S?
For
SLS?
the orthosis, we are For the orthosis, we are using FDM technique, and for high quality models, we are using SLA.
Okay, got it. But SLA is not very strong structurally, right?
No, it's only for presentation and for educational usage. So for orthosis, we are using PLA, but if we need strong material, we also use carbon fiber.
Got it.
Thanks.
So how much was invested in this company and what stage of development are you at the moment?
For equity of 10%, it's 124K euros. For now, we're developing prototypes and we cooperate with local clinics for research.
So is it correct that you're looking for 150,000 euros right now for 10% of the equity?
Correct.
And
for the equipment and sorry.
Did you have any investments before?
Currently, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have 1 more minute.
Any other questions? Okay, if you don't
I have one question.
Sorry.
Do you have any connection with hospitals in the Serbia in a region where you can test your products?
Yeah, we cooperate with Banjica Orthopedic Hospital, and we making the products for patients on that clinic. For patients who wants to test this product.
Okay, thank you.
So you're currently having
Thank you very much.
Are you testing the product or it's just an idea? So that's what I didn't understand. What stage of the development?
No. We are testing. So there is several cases where we prove that it's successful product. And what is the main difference comparing with the plaster cast? You can use it underwater, and it's much lighter and it's much stronger comparing with plaster.
Perfect. Thank you. The time for questions is up. Next in line.
Thank you very much.
Divs Technology and Vladimir.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, my name is Vladimir Jeftovic, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Divs Technology. The problem that we are addressing is the problem of diabetic neuropathy. When diagnosed later and when left untreated, It is one of the main causes of limb amputation, silent myocardial ischemia, sexual and urinary dysfunction. Just look at some numbers. 34.4 people with diabetes, million people of diabetes in the US alone. Only 16,000 neurologists. We have 100,000 plus limb amputation annually caused by diabetic neuropathy. Why is that? Because of late detection and mistreatment. But actually why? Because today, the golden standard for diagnosing diabetic neuropathy is EMG, highly invasive, not scalable, requires hospital visits, and is highly costly procedure by all measurements, square footage of the hospital floor, specialist time, and so on. So what is our solution? We are providing simple, scalable, not expensive technology for earlier detection and tracking of diabetic neuropathy. It is based on self-performing set of tests of exercises not longer than 5 minutes by wearing wearable sensors and backed up by cloud-based artificial intelligence engine. Our exercises are focused on testing deep postural sensibility disorder, which is one of the first signs of diabetic neuropathy in 80% of the cases. Our system is easy to use by the end patients, provides an objective and repeatable set of tests. We are able to classify neurological disorders in context of diabetic neuropathy and to successfully provide diabetic neuropathy progress analysis. Our reports can be also exported and sent to healthcare institutions. And all of that without need of neurological involvement in repeatable tests, with patients sitting at home. So there are several attempts to provide easier detection and tracking of diabetic neuropathy, but we will focus only on ones that do not require subjective patient's input. All those are either not precise enough or require specialist involvement. Currently, we are currently fine-tuning the application itself, and we are preparing for conducting non-inferior pilot trial with EMNG here in Belgrade. What we are looking for is 350,000 for 15% of equity in order to invest in evidence-based clinical trials, product development, set up the company for the next step, for the VC grade funding in order to acquire FDA approval and market distribution strategies. With acquired finances, we will be able to produce FDA certification ready class 2 medical device and software as a medical device. Our team is the team, committed to success with expertise in required fields. Thank you very much.
Quickly on time. Well, let's hear the questions.
Hi, Vladimir. This is Gaurav. I have a question for you.
Sure.
Vladimir, what is the accuracy of your EMG sensor, which is more like a wearable, compared with the traditional EMG equipments, which I understand are painful? But what is the accuracy? Because many a time wearable sensors or, like the diabetes handheld machine, right? They can be plus or minus 10, 20%. What is the accuracy of your EMG sensor?
On our early tests, we have highly accurate disambiguation between healthy and unhealthy person. To do a precise analysis, that's what we are currently setting up to do, is to do non-inferior study against the EMNG. And we are using in motion sensors to actually finally track the movement of the patient during the exercise. We are taking 104 samples from 8 sensors per second. And we are measuring all the smallest movement. And our anecdotal theory is that we will not be precise as EMNG, but on a scale that we can provide, like being much affordable, that we can bridge that. But correct precision, we are currently in process of acquiring correct number.
How far are you from launching your product?
We have a working prototype, so that we already acquired tests from volunteers. Our belief is that if we can acquire finances, that in this year, during this working year, during 2021, we can launch a non-medical based solution, which is actually the solution that's using the same technology, but just stripped of any conclusions because it doesn't require any certifications. And we are actually on a path to launch that after this summer, during the autumn, on Alexa voice recognition platform.
And if you get the capital, what would be the markets you would target within Serbia?
USA. Well, we'll definitely test the Serbia, but Serbia is such a small market for this kind of a device. So we have partners in the USA who are basically waiting for us to get there to a position that we can certify the device. With them, we are structuring the network with healthcare insurances that we want to approach first. So US is our first market to try.
But I have a question in regards that. In USA, I cannot see the scenario when insurances are ready to pay without FDA approval. So you would need to have the approval, and the budget you are looking for wouldn't cover these expenses. So how are you going to approach that?
Yeah, definitely. The budget that we are asking is that we are asking to prepare ourselves and to set up all necessary parts for actually starting the FDA process of approval. It's not enough. For that is like $2-3 million 2 years away. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we are looking at the 2-3 years until the launch of the product.
Yes, but what I said is that we can launch. We have non-medical spin-off that we are on the path to launch this autumn.
Here in Serbia.
It's globally. It's an Alexa voice platform, Amazon Alexa voice platform.
Okay.
Yeah, for testing technology.
Vladimir, if I may make a suggestion, I'm right now helping a European robotics cum healthcare company in India, and India has the largest diabetic neuropathy. The advantage you would have is, like Svetlana just mentioned, the regulatory approvals will cost you quite a bit more than the capital you are looking to raise. If your product and prototype works, I think you might want to check out the Indian market, because a similar product, I'm helping a company out in Russia and they are penetrating the Indian market. That's where I have the statistic. Just something to think about. I mean, if you get good capital, you should expand. Otherwise, you might want to look into the India or China market where the diabetes, neuropathy, and amputation rates are high. Yeah, just a suggestion. And
Thank you very much. It's a great suggestion. We'll definitely consider that. And we will want to do that. Yeah.
Another thing to consider in terms of the US market, the exposure to liability. So if it's non-medical device and you're going to sell that, that could be the liability issue. So yeah, maybe less regulated markets are good for the beginning, better for the beginning.
Thank you. Thank you for all the comments. The time is up. So the next startup is InvetLab.
Hvala. Just a moment to share the screen. Okay. Okay. Can I start?
Perfect. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Nataša Golić, and today I'll present you InvetLab. It's a spin-out company of Institute of Molecular Genetics and Genetic Engineering from Serbia. Our vision is to make a world better place without antimicrobial resistances based on as natural and safe solutions for human and animal health. And the problem that we solve is high mortality of newborns due to intestinal infections in first 3 weeks of life in livestock. This problem is usually resolved by use of antibiotics, but due to the high presence of antimicrobial resistances, European Union banned the use of preventive use of antibiotics since 2006, and now there is action to reduce the use of antibiotics in Europe for 50% till 2030. So we offer perfect solution for that. We offer Hiravet innovative probiotic for animals that was carefully designed to be replacement for antibiotics. This probiotic is designed and tested in IMGGE. It's composed of unique lactic acid bacteria strains with broad antimicrobial activity, active also against hardly curable pathogenic bacteria, including Clostridium difficile, Clostridium perfringens, Salmonella E. coli, and also has specific immunomodulatory activity. Why our probiotic is better than others? While other probiotic present to the market are just gut microbiota stabilizers, our probiotic is highly efficient and resolves intestinal infections in just hours. It eliminates hardly curable pathogens, replaces the antibiotics, so also bursts immune response in newborns, giving healthy animals, and it's suitable for pregnant animals because it's completely safe and natural. Interestingly, it also increases economic parameters because it improves growth parameters in livestock. Our probiotic is validated in farm trials in pigs, goats, and poultry, and is supported by World Bank, European delegation, national television, also campaign for women entrepreneurs. Also, we obtained the awards from City of Belgrade, Belgrade Venture Forum. The market for this probiotic is very profitable, and it grows annually from 3 to 5%. At the moment, our probiotic is patented by PCT patent and protected, but also we have small-scale production at this time, and also just local distribution. So what we need, we seek for an investment for production scale-up, for infrastructure, marketing, and sales. We need 300,000 euro investment for 15% of equity. And according to our business model, this investment will return for 1 or 2 years. Thank you for your time. You can contact us by using these details. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. Let's hear the questions. Do we have any questions for InventLab and Natasha?
Yeah, so I guess I will talk. Good presentation, thank you very much. So do you have any revenues? Like, do you have a product already? I'm hearing that everything is working and proven, but there have not been even proof of concept in some cases. So I'd like to know, like, did you test it? Is it working? Do you have any customers yet? Or this is early stage?
No, it's not early stage. We are TRL 9 in Serbia. We are on Serbian market since 2018. And we have already several customers. It's mostly some farmers. Now we are entering some bigger farming systems in Serbia. And also we are interested for global distribution.
Okay, so it looks like TLR2.
No.
Okay.
It's proven in the farm trials, and all these results are presented and proven in highly rated international journals. So we did farm trials in all kinds of animals, but also we have some experience with the cattle. We didn't do farm trials, but from our customers we got some information that it really works in ours, particularly in calves.
Okay, thank you.
And what is your strategy in terms of the entering foreign markets? You said that you're interested in global markets. So what is the plan?
Actually, our strategy that we are looking for strategic partners with experience in global distribution, because we are scientists and we are not experienced in that part. So we need strategic partner for that. And it could be the best way, in our opinion, it could be the best way if we find out some feed nutrition company that can incorporate our probiotic in feed.
Did you do research? Do you know what are those companies?
Yes, we are in negotiations at the moment with some companies.
Do you have the patent or formula, trade secret?
Yes, this product is PCT protected. We have PCT patent, international patent, but also the strains that are part of this probiotic culture are deposited under patent deposition in BCCM collection in University of Ghent, Belgium.
Have you considered the licensing model?
Sorry?
License the technology?
Yes,
Okay.
This InventLab has the license agreement from Institute of Molecular Genetics, because the institute is the owner of the innovation. And we also can do sub-licensing to other companies. Yes, we are interested in those.
Thank you so much. Thank you, InventLab. Thank you, Natasha. Next one, CardioPal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna, and I will present to you the CardioPal project. CardioPal project is the life-saving device that can help solve the deadliest problem, one of the deadliest problems in the developed world, which is the heart attack. CardioPal is a smartphone-based diagnostic platform with a personal handled ECG device, providing the patients with timely diagnostic information in case of heart attack. Even if pessimistic prognosis regarding coronavirus come true this year, many more people will die from the heart attack, which is the killer #1 in the world, accounting more than 17 million deaths, and we can help solve this problem. The greatest challenge in the acute MI is response time. More than half of the patients fail to reach medical assistance within 4 hours or come to the hospital after the first symptoms appear, which is too late to prevent the heart attack and makes avoiding fatal outcomes severely difficult. So time is of an essence. Any 30 minutes saved in acute MI treatment before patients go to the hospital lower the risk and chance of death for 8%. European average at the moment is about 105 minutes for decision time to call the emergency, and we can expect that CardioPal will cut that to 5 to 15 minutes. ECG is the most used diagnostic tool in medicine that detects heart attack, arrhythmia, and other heart conditions. ECG records heart electrical activity and confirms the heart attack diagnosis. You find them usually in the hospitals, and they are bulky, use 10 cables, require undressing, and trained staff to operate. There are two types of devices in the personal ECG market segment. One of them which detect only arrhythmia, like Apple Watch or AliveCore, to which we do not compare, and devices that are used for both heart attack and arrhythmia detection. CardioPal competitive advantage in personal ECG market segment is clearly superior to existing solution. It is used both for heart attack and arrhythmia. It's pocket-sized, no undressing required, 5 integrated electrodes, no cables, no adhesives, validated in multiple clinical studies, and patented. Our device is small and easy to use. Anyone can record ECG and send it to its doctor within 60 seconds, and then go back to sleep in the middle of the night or immediately go to the hospital for the treatment. 20% of the Europe's population is at risk and need our product. This market potential is very similar to blood pressure monitors that are already present in most of the households. Apart from the patented technology, the market barriers are low due to European CE mark certificate. Counting, for example, at 30 million of patients with diagnosed cardiac disease only in Europe, the initial market is measured in billions. We have world-class team that has done it before. Our key engineers and team have brought MedTech public in USA. Our CEO has been involved in raising finance for online banking in Serbia, etc. In Germany, sorry, etc. CE mark is the last missing part before commercialization, and we are in process of getting. And key hospitals in Serbia have already supported us by being involved in the studies or have declared interest to offer our solution and they are waiting our certification. So help us save the lives.
Thank you, Anna. So the questions.
Hi, this is Kabir Mohammed. Sorry, I may have missed it, but what stage of development is this project at?
The product is developed and we are in process of applying for CE mark certificate. So we are approximately 9 to 12 months before the commercialization. Product is already patented with 2 patents both for housing and for algorithms with PCT applications. And we are already in the process of preparing documentation for the CE mark.
Okay, so is your key defense in terms of technology in the algorithm? Because you mentioned Apple and AliveCore, and they don't offer certain utilities that your product does offer. However, I mean, what prevents them from offering those utilities? Just heart attack detection that they need to add.
Because they are only, as said, they are only arrhythmia detectors, and in order to have the full
Yes, sorry. My question is, what prevents them from becoming a heart attack detector as well?
But our product, and in order to have the heart attack detector, you need to have the 12 lead electrodes, which our system actually in our device replicates. So This is, I think, impossible to be placed in the watch itself, and measurement at the moment, the ECG is the only valid source of that kind, and practically we replicate the full ECG recording according to the studies, even more precise than the standard ECGs. In some of the clinical studies that we did for the procedures which were in the due to interventions. With the
Okay,
ballooning.
I have my answer. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Some wearables actually provide ECG. Fitbit Sense, for example, just launched last year. I'm just curious about the form factor. It seems to be, you know, if it's attached to a body permanently and measure in intervals, as opposed to you have to look for it, measure it, and put it away and look for it again. Do you have any strategy on changing the form factor?
Like how it works, the device is practically that you record the, you don't need to do that constantly, and you just open your blouse or shirt, put it on the chest and measure it within 30 seconds. This is how device works. This is something that is and requires the medical assistance at the other side to detect and read this ECG signal, because it is not any one of us is the expert in its field. What we plan to do is to develop in the later stage, and we are already starting working on that, on the artificial intelligence models based on the parameters and like individual itself, that will be able to detect and show the signals of the heart attack even for the person itself, being able to practically show if there is an emergency immediately. But this requires much more work in the coming period.
Well, and that's awesome. That's your future. I'm just saying that this seems to be an unfortunate form factor. I don't see somebody being in the work and in the meeting and feeling bad and opening his shirts and putting this on the chest. Is the chest the only place you can use this?
Honestly, I'm not the doctor, but I think yes, because it has to be like recording, because the ECG records the heart's electrical activity, so it has to be near the chest. Otherwise, like all these devices that are on the hand or like bands, etc., can only detect arrhythmia, which are not like directly from the heart.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, CardioPal. I would just like to invite Priti, who just joined us, to present herself and her fund. It's another investor that just joined us. Priti, can you hear us? Maybe we can also introduce you later on. So let's continue with startups. Matt Booker is the next one.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Just to share my screen. Do you see it?
Yes, perfect. You can start.
Okay, thank you. My name is Dejana Stankovic, and I'm Matt Booker's CEO and co-founder. Today, I'm here because we think that operating in the industry, which has a big potential to grow in next time, might be a big thing. We are talking about medical tourism industry. Prior to the COVID situation, this industry was with estimated growth by 20% in each year until 27. And of course, as this market is affected by the current situation, still market is estimated to grow over 12% between 21st and 27th year. We see especially opportunity in near time in offering the post-COVID treatments, but also to enable people travel during the restrictions, of course, in a medical purpose. Problem on this market has two position of view. First position is from the client side. Clients are wasting a lot of time to organize this kind of a travel. Also, they're seeking all the time to have a support and security. In other hand, business partners are looking to have a channel to communicate with their client, but also a provider who will help with organization. We created a value proposition for customers that is tailored travel arrangements, reasonable prices, detailed information, consultation with the doctor through the video call, assistance, etc. MedBooker connects two dots. Through the online platform, it funnels demand from individual users to medical providers while including functional services. We are not definitely a travel agency. We created a user-friendly and time-effective solution, which is a bridge between the clients and medical providers, such as with all other service providers. For the first phase, as the project has 4 phases, we picked as a target market UK, Germany, and Russia, but as a market in offer, we have Serbia, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Turkey, and Hungary, and Russia with the various branches of medicine. Of course, we have a competition, and as we did a deep research of competition, and they are pretty successful on the markets, we still recognize the need for the complex and complete human tech solution which will save mostly people's time and focus on a better experience. We did revenue and financial model projections. Our revenue stream comes from our service providers, as well as in the second phase, we are planning to charge the presentation or the presenters on the platform. To achieve our goals, we need an investment in the next 3 years. As the platform will be launched in April, an additional investment is going to be used in establishing the market presenters, gaining the momentum, and a further development of the platform. All started from the Serbian company Serbica Health in 2017, and in 2019 we made a strategic partnership with Asiana company from Czech Republic, and we started the development of the platform. Our team has years of experience across the diverse industries, and as well we are very supported with our partner Asiana with experience in a business and as well in experience in the travel industry. Of course, we have a medical advisors who help us to organize arrangements for our clients. If you need any more information after this, you can contact us on this email. Thank you.
Here, 3 minutes for questions for Diana.
What stage is the platform at?
Platform, like we are in a trial 9, we are ready for use as we tested our previous website, MedBooker, and we had plans. So when we achieved this partnership, we focused on development to be ready and to come up with the how to say final product.
Did you have any revenue last year?
No, we were focused only on the investment, on investment we got, and the development of the platform and all other researches and training the partnerships and everything. But the platform is fully now developed and will be launched in 2 weeks.
Well, you were showing 6 million in 2021, if I remember. So do you have any monthly recurring revenue right now?
No, we will be on the market in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
You mentioned that you already have initial investment from your Czech partner. You moved the slides too fast. Can you just repeat that just to see the figure?
This is the company structure, but our investment were with them to 200,000 euros.
Okay.
And previously, I myself invest around 100.
Okay, thank you.
More questions? We have 1 more minute. Is there any questions for Diana and MedBooker? Not, thank you, Diana. And next one is Dr. Ian.
Hello, everyone. Just give me a minute. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. It's a pleasure to present here Doctorium. Doctorium is a software as a solution platform, which basically addresses some of the largest problems we are facing as physicians in the medical care of our patients. And that is the management of healthcare interaction with our patients, the lack of standardization of medical health records and the loss of medical record data, and as well the direct communication between the patient and and the physician. Doctorium is built around two separate but integrated platforms. One is a mobile application for the patients, and the other one is something that we call a system, which is basically something that a healthcare institution will use. It is a fully GDPR compliant EHR system which communicates between each other in an encrypted and closed manner. Now, most of the times as physicians, we see a situation where a patient has a problem in choosing their physician. So we have developed a proprietary algorithm, which we use in Doctorium to guide the patients who do not know where they need to go in 3 simple steps. And these are the steps that you can see. And then we've utilized during the last year this proprietary algorithm to actually develop a module that is connected with COVID-19 triage. And basically what we wanted to do is guide prevention of COVID-19, but also guide the patients that use Doctorium to an easier access to the relevant authorities which they need to contact if they're infected. Over the past years, we've seen telemedicine adoption by clinics, insurances, and by patients grow steadily. But 2020 has really been a huge jump. We've seen on various markets anywhere between 50 times to 175 times growth of telemedicine. So with that in mind, we have integrated telemedicine into Doctorium, which basically means that a physician can sit down, talk to their patient, write a record of what they are doing, and immediately share that within the electronic healthcare record platform without using anything more than their laptop or even a telephone. The market size that we are looking at is primarily our focus for the next year and a half, the Southeast European region, which is about 26 million people, sees about 4 million patients and about 300,000 users of various health apps. Unfortunately, only about 8% of these users are actually using those apps to book an appointment with a physician, whereas around 42% are trying to use those apps to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So it shows that there is an ample opportunity for Doctorium to grow. Our business model is basically around a subscription model. The mobile application for the patient is always going to be free, but the subscription is paid either by the healthcare institutions, and you can see our billing model here, or a billing model that you cannot see is addressed towards the insurances, which are also finding Doctorium as a useful platform. We currently have a 12-person strong field force team in daily contact with private practices and clinics, and we are negotiating with 2 large healthcare insurances, private health insurances here in Serbia, which is going to have an impact not only in Serbia, but in other countries surrounding us. Of course, there is a competition for Doctorium in this sector. However, none of the competitors that we are seeing locally or globally are integrating these 10 points into in themselves the same way that Doctorium has integrated them. We have seen a steady growth of users on a monthly basis since we've launched Doctorium in January of 2020, and this trend continues. We have made to date our own private investments of 50,000 euros, and these investments are going to be going on. These are the projections that you're looking at without external investments, so based only on our own private investments that we have made. We're looking for a 500,000 euro investment to spread into markets of Montenegro, Austria, Croatia, Northern Macedonia, and Hungary. And this 500,000 euros will also go towards the acceleration of development of new functionalities, which are already underway, and improving overall security, as well as adapting Doctorium to each and every market individually that we have here. Our vision is to allow patients to take their own health into their own hands enabling them to make healthy decisions and to serve physicians so that we can drive a better healthcare overall. The three founders are myself, Filip Lukic, who is our IT guy, and my business partner, Boris Ferenc. And we would like to thank you very much. And here is my contact if you would like to reach out.
Thank you so much. So let's hear the questions for Dr. Im.
I have a question.
Yes.
I didn't quite understand what kind of problem do you solve? Is it marketing of medical offices, or it's a platform that allows the communication, or a combination of two of them?
It's everything that you've said.
For both?
Yes. Electronic health record management, communication between the patient and the physician, and also we use this opportunity as a marketing tool as well.
And you said that there are no competitors in the European Union that do.
There are several competitors, as I have shown in our slides, but there are no competitors which are actually integrating all of the solutions that we are integrating at the same time. So if you look at electronic health record providers, in the vast majority of cases, you do not have telemedicine attached to that same platform at the same time. So you would have one platform for telemedicine and a completely different platform for electronic health records.
Thank you.
What percentage of the equity you're offering for the 500,000 euros, or you would prefer some debt financing?
It's an option. If we are talking, if we are talking equity, we would allow for a 15% equity share, but we would rather like to go the other route.
Thank you.
Dobro. Slušaj, ovaj zadnji bar. Okay, ništa, pogledat ću.
Just going to make a comment. In my experience, I mean, I've seen a lot of these platforms actually in Asia, in US, even in Western Europe. Not that familiar with how many are in Central Europe, but the most successful model, though, it seems to integrate this platform with already existing insurance companies' platforms. Because most of the large insurance companies already offer something, some digital records, some telemedicine, some kind of application. So if you're providing something you need, it might be a best way to approach the insurance companies and try to integrate with them and just get on the licensing structure.
This is exactly the route that we are taking right now, especially in Serbia. As I said, we are talking to two very large international health insurances, and also through our legal advisors in Vienna, we're also talking to several more insurances in Austria who have shown interest in exactly this kind of model. The issue with Austria being that at this point in time, the Austrian legal system does not recognize telemedicine, and there is a large push from the private insurances exactly to go this route. So we are one of the partners in that entire project.
Okay, but I was saying integrated as opposed to sell the entire platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at, to integrate.
Okay.
But integration would require to limit the scope of services you provide. I think insurance companies wouldn't let you advertise or market.
That's not a problem. Doctorium is completely built from the ground up on our side, so we can literally adapt it to any need that it needs to be serviced. Serbia is a specific market. It works for Serbia for the time being like this, but for other countries and other markets, certainly is going to be different.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you can sell the modules, anything that drives revenue, it's fine.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. As you heard, the time for questions is up. Next one, Helkili.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Let me just turn on our presentation.
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
All right, so my name is Mijat. I'm a Healthly co-founder. So finally, there is Healthly. This is a family health management system and a companion.
I'm sorry, Mijat, maybe you can just speak a little louder.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. If you could be louder, that would be great.
Yes, I'll try that. So according to the World Health Organization statistic, about 40% of the population of any given country has at least one chronic illness. Among people with chronic illnesses, on average, 50% do not adhere to the prescribed therapy, which leads to hospitalizations, treatment failures, and an increase in health costs and days of treatment. Healthly is a digital therapeutics app and a health companion that spurs changes in patient behavior and improves health outcomes. It helps people track, collect, organize, and manage their health data and of their loved ones. So Healthly helps you care for your kids, your parents, patients, pets, and yourself by sending medication and refills reminders, tracking historic data of health measurements or doctor's appointments, providing reports which include health-related behavior and results. You can set up a different profile for each family member or patient and track their data separately. Enter information about medication or injection therapies in Healthly and receive interaction warnings, reminders regarding the refills or time to take medicine. Keep a history of movement for 60+ different lab and health measurements and send them to your doctor together with therapies taken during the same time. Save pertaining documents and reports to each appointment and later search them by doctor specialty or profile. You can track the usage frequency of certain injections applications areas and avoid discomfort during the next application. Healthly offers multiple reports containing the medications and health measurements data that you can remotely send to your doctor. The market is ready for digital health, and the growth is projected to reach $100 billion this year. Especially after the effects of the COVID, people turn to their cell phones to get health-related information, track their health, and communicate with health professionals remotely. So there are several other apps on the market. Nevertheless, Healthly offers an all-encompassing health management solution with intuitive design. Our MVP reached more than 3,000 users. We had the Android and iOS model, and with organic growth without any marketing campaign, we reached 4.8 stars on the Play stores during the 18 months period. With additional funding, we plan to reach 50,000 users within a 12 to 18 months period. Our competitive advantages are shown here are more than, we're offering more than other competitors, and we are working on even more features right now. We are using a freemium subscription model, and we are planning to work together with the companies, pharmaceutical companies, nursing homes, clinical researchers companies, and so on. Our team consists of business veterans, experienced developers, and medical advisors. We are on a mission to provide people with one system designed to help them take full command of their health data and medication. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's hear the questions for Sheffield.
What are the current revenues? You said that you have something like 3,000 users. Do you have the revenues currently?
Currently, we do not charge. This is just an MVP, and we tested it in Serbia to see how the products will be received by people. So we do not have any revenue right now.
And what would be the next markets?
We're going to explore the Serbian market, of course, and we are starting to actually move on to US market next.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have more questions, or we can go to our last startup? Thank you, Healthily. So next one, VoiceWorks.
Hello, do you hear me? My name is Dragoljub, and I'm going to talk to you today about the voice toys. This is our project that we started a few years ago, and we started upon the request from the experts in special therapy and speech language pathology. They asked us to make them one device for their practice, but we discovered that the whole world opened before us, the world of it's completely unexploited, and this is we saw the opportunity to make the system for speech therapy, and we saw that there is opportunity for cochlear implant rehabilitation, and that the number of kids with speech disorders is extremely rising. So we came upon the idea to make a platform of devices that will motivate, stimulate, and entertain kids, but not use the smart screens because they are highly addictive, and we see extremely negative effects because the children are using smart devices since they are born. And we are trying to make devices to rely on child's senses and to put them back into the 3D space where they belong. So what's the system is comprised of 4 different devices. Together there are 13 of them. We have a working prototype that we are already selling. So who are the customers? Speech therapists, special schools, kindergartens, and even the kids without disorders enjoy using them, and that's where we want to go to give these interesting toys to all the kids. And we now, by now, we have a working prototype. We already sold to the biggest special school in Serbia, and 4 more private practitioners are giving us the feedback currently. We had appeared in 2 conferences with speech therapy. We are designing final versions for serial production and starting study at the Faculty of Special Rehabilitation. So in next 6 months, we are going to have concrete numbers what our system is doing to kids. And the European market for these devices is around 150 million euros. And smart toys, if we go that way, we are going to, is only in EU 2 billion euros. So we are B2B, direct to therapists. We have modular system, scalable, that is going to cost in Serbia 1,500 euros, and we're going to double it for the European Union. We have some competition in terms of sensory room devices, but nothing concrete like our system. We have a great team, and thank you. That was my 3 minutes.
Thank you so much. Let's hear the questions for voice toys.
Hi, Mr. Markovic. Can you please take us back to your revenue slide?
Oh, sorry. Let me see. The revenue slide. I have the. Do you see it? No.
No, we don't see it.
Okay.
It was really, really quick. You did 3 minutes in 1.5 minutes. So one thing we can say is you are very efficient.
Yeah. So do you see it now?
Yes, we see the slide. Can you just take us back to your revenue slide? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, here we go. So the price for your system is 1,500 euro. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And
but you have 13 devices in that system, and a mobile device, mobile app that controls.
And are these modular, or do they have to buy the whole system? So you have 13 devices.
Modular.
So
modular. If you buy it entirely.
So what's your entry price? If I want to buy, say, 2 modules or 1 module, what would be the entry price? I don't know.
Currently in Serbia, because the prices here cannot go any higher than that. This is the entry price only here now, is somewhat about 150 euros for the smallest device. 150 euros.
150 euros. Okay.
Yeah.
The
smallest
that's what
device. Excuse me.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because
And the people,
1,500 euro is a very large entry price, you know, to gain. Anyways, don't worry about it. I think my mic is a bit low, eh? It's fine. I got my answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a short question, if possible. If you have the demonstration of your device in video, could you put it in the chat after the presentation? Okay.
Okay, but I will suggest you, if you're interested, you can go to the website, and I will send you the website link, and I have a lot of videos there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Well, I think the speech therapist can afford the $1,500, and that was the point, I think. What's the subscription price for?
Subscription price is 100 per year, but we still don't have that function. That will be developed.
But what is it for?
It is for reporting progress during these games and the things that kids play with these devices, and the audiometry that we're going to develop, and some future functionalities that we are planning. Currently, it's not active because we are currently only in the basic functionality right now.
Do you have any patents?
We will have now. We are currently registering it.
And where do you manufacture?
Excuse me?
Where do you manufacture?
Currently, here in our office, we are not making any more. We made only 7 or 8 systems by now, but we do it by hand now. We made it possible to 3D print and make PCBs by hand, but we are now currently making serialization and standardizations. So we'll solve that problem later.
So what is the plan? Where are you planning on manufacturing? Have you looked into it?
Still no concrete plans, but it will be simplified because we are going to import finished PCBs and finished housings, and then we don't need any complicated production process. We can order from 2 or 3 sides and just put everything together here, and it's not a complicated process.
More questions? If not, thank you, Voiceless. Thank you to all the startups. So we have officially finished the pitching part, and thank you to all the investors, to judges. Your comments and feedbacks were really, really appreciated, and for the whole region and the startups in health tech from Serbia mostly, this was really a learning experience. So thank you so much for feedback, although we hope for advancements and investments. As you have noticed also, this was a Western Balkans entitled event, but we had all 10 startups from Serbia. So startups, health tech startups in other regions of the Western Balkans do exist, but they're even in early stages and pretty shy. And I really hope that this event will also inspire them for some of the next session to apply and to pitch in front of the investments and actually take participation in this event. So I would like also to vote all the judges to vote on their voting links. We'll have 10 to 15 minutes more for finalizing and actually choosing our winner. And until that time, we'd like to discuss a little bit about our region. So I'd like to invite our 2 guests to join us on the stage. Today with us, Dr. Aleksandar Vidaković-Lazić from Roche, Serbia as a medical country director, and also Tanja Kuzman from PwC Serbia as the Startup and Corporate Innovation Senior Manager. So welcome both.
Thank you.
Thank you. So first question, did you have a chance to see the pitches? How did you like it? What is your opinion?
Yes, of course. I like this very much. And I think I'm very happy to see that there are so many startups and they have these pretty sophisticated projects. So I'm very happy about that.
Thank you, Tanja.
Yeah, the same. I was watching carefully because I mean my previous, let's say, role was with a VC fund in the UK. So I also had a chance, like to evaluate the ideas from the investor's perspective. And I have to say that I would ask some of the same questions that were asked here. So it was really interesting. But congrats to all of you for pitching today, and hopefully going forward you will all obtain the investments that you need.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the comments. So Alexandra, could you explain us a little bit more about the Roche involvement in the region? We know that Roche is pioneering in digitalization, in innovation, in health tech in Serbia and in the region. So could you present the more specific steps?
Yes, yes. Well, as you know, Roche is actually a pharmaceutical company. And we are strongly one of the leading innovative companies in the world. But what we strongly believe is that actually the center of everything that's going on in the healthcare system should be the patient. And in order to get the best possible treatment, the data about the patient should be integrated, and these treatment options, treatment plans, diagnostic, and therapy schedules should be all planned according to the data from the patients. And I'm very happy to say that we are strongly supporting the digitalization of the healthcare system also here in Serbia, and that we are part of the Digital Serbia initiative, and which is also a member of the coordinating body for the digitalization of the healthcare, which was introduced beginning of this year. And the very good message is that digitalization of the healthcare here in Serbia has become a top priority of our government. And this is good for many, many, many reasons. Because the patient data of the high quality structure that can be subject to analytics and that can be integrated is an enormous asset. And I believe that all of you are well informed about the value of the patient data and how the patient data can help in first of all, improving the outcome for the patient, then in optimizing the planning and use of your resources in the healthcare system, then streamlining the work of the physicians. But on the other side, this is also a very important asset from some other reasons. For example, for pharma companies, the high quality patient data that can include also genomics, and the machine learning combined with the big data, this is a very important resource of the potential targets for the drugs. So for the R&D, this could be something that will speed up the process and cut the costs in the R&D part. This is also about the new design of the clinical trials, which can be, again, faster and more efficient. And then from the other side, the data from the completely different perspective is about the, different easier access for the drugs. Because, healthcare system is, we are all aware that it is becoming, let's say, more and more complex and more costly. So basically, knowing the data can help in this value-based healthcare. So it means that actually at the end of the day, you will be able to have some savings and to understand what is actually, giving benefit to the patient and what you can just stop doing or doing differently. So basically, that's why, and what is good here is that actually Serbia has a very good starting point to maybe do the leapfrog in this area, meaning that almost 80% of our healthcare institutions have information system and using compatible or the same even platform. So we can do and jump and get to the let's say advanced stage, well, relatively easily and quickly. And I think that our government understand that.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this valuable insight. We're looking forward to all the results, and hopefully in the next event we'll have to present that too. So Tanya, several studies have been done of the Serbian startup ecosystem, Serbian and the regional. So one of them being the startup genome. So could you please let us a little bit more about the details of this study and potentially any other study that's have been done?
Yeah, sure. So as you know, the Startup Genome has actually done the research regarding Belgrade and Novi Sad startup ecosystem because they are observing actually the city level ecosystems as targets. And in that sense, they have seen that also majority of startups in Serbia is actually concentrated around these two cities. The approximation is that we have between 200 and 400 startups in total, and that actually, let's say, the majority of those startups is related to creation of software as a service. So basically, it's kind of related to big companies and corporates and providing solutions for them. Having said that, we've also recognized through this research what are the key, let's say, obstacles for the growth of the startup ecosystem. And one of them was actually related to funding options that are quite limited. And the other one is related to creation of the greater local connectedness. So these kind of events where the startups are able to present their products, they are able to connect with each other in our region are really, really important going forward for building these local connections and then providing actually added value for the growth of all of these startups. So I believe that actually these kind of events are really key and important, as well as like interaction between the investors and startups, different mentors and startups themselves, because we have seen that like two startups are creating similar products on our market, and actually they don't know about each other. So these kind of things need to be avoided in the future. And with regards to actually the medtech and health tech sectors, we've seen that in Serbia and generally the region of the Western Balkans and a little bit broader, including Croatia and Slovenia, we have between 3% to, let's say, 12% of startups that are related to the medtech and health tech actually industries. And in that sense, we are seeing that this actually part of this ecosystem is actually increasing over time. And the reason, of course, being the importance of e-health, as already said by others, and definitely the fact that this is the priority for the government is also, like increasing the importance of this area for startups. And also what I can say is that the trend is that the European Union is actually looking at the projects that include the startups as well as innovative small and medium-sized enterprises in these digitalization projects of the health tech sector and public sectors related to the health in different countries. So in that sense, I believe that going forward, we will see the increase in number of startups related to medtech. And on the other hand, for some of the countries in the region, we've already seen that because of the development of the medtech sector, the things that they have done regarding the digital health, that actually these ecosystems are developing at a faster pace. And I truly hope that since we have already great ideas, we have great medical staff and great potential mentors, that we will see the increase in number of startups in Serbia related to health sector as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So us as Health Tech Lab, we're planning for some time, even before this Corona situation, to do the complete analysis of Serbian ecosystem, and of course that extended to the region of the Western Balkans. Do you think there is potential for something like that? Something where we would not include only startups, but actually the whole ecosystem, the government, the regulatory bodies, the companies, and so on. And hopefully we can do that sometime soon.
Yeah, I think that that's actually crucial, because if we see, like how other ecosystems have actually created some kind of smaller specialization and some areas where additional value has been created and then attracted, like startups from abroad, I believe that this kind of, like overview and mapping of the overall ecosystem, meaning all the participants in the ecosystem, is really crucial, because on one hand, the startups might have, like the lack of knowledge of whom to approach and who would be the best potential mentor and which company might be interested in their product, etc. And with this kind of mapping and having it available to everyone is actually easing up that process, and maybe, actually giving the startups the opportunity to find mentors, partners, and expand to some other markets, because you have a lot of big corporations that are like present in the whole of the region, but also they are present globally. So in that sense, these kind of success stories travel fast in these corporate channels, and if these kind of successful corporations are created in our markets, then like the global market is really a step away in that sense.
Yes, and
Alexandra.
just like to give a few examples of, for example, do you know that the importance of the digital? Do you know that the medical knowledge is doubled every 73 days? So actually, the brain of the physicians will become the bottleneck. So, and here is the place for the digital. So there is a clinical decision support, which is already the solution being developed for different therapeutic areas, where you have actually a kind of a starting artificial intelligence or machine learning for, you fill in all the protocols, all the data, real-world data, hundreds of thousands of patients with their genomics, with their longitudinal follow-ups. And then the next patient who is coming, and the clinical decision support is giving the therapeutic options for these particular patients with his comorbidities, his age, his lifestyle, everything. So basically, this will be an enormous support for the clinicians, and this is already happening. So this is something that is being developed, and it will continue to develop. And there is also, especially now, COVID. We had so many learnings from the COVID era, and I think the COVID was speeding up the whole process of integration of the remote monitoring of patients and telemedicine to a great extent. So basically now you can, the calculation is that only in the USA you can do some 250 million savings just from making all the visits and exams virtualized, to make it virtual instead of patients coming to see the physician. So this is also another potential option, which is also the basics are also starting in Serbia. So there are many applications that are integrated, that are let's say starting to have this patient-doctor communication more virtual, instead of patients coming to the hospital and seeing doctors. So this is basically, the COVID made us do that, but this will continue to be the trend even after the COVID. And and then just the expansion of the data that are possible, about the omics data. These are genomics, proteomics, and all these different data that are now available because the human genome, and then because you can see from the mutation, you can predict what is the treatment that the patient who is having an oncology disease should get, the targeted treatment for the particular mutation that this patient has. So you imagine what this means in the whole data management world. And I would, I'm really inviting you to take part in this development, because this is going to be future, and this is already started. So I would like to invite you to jump on this train.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the motivation for startups, these ones and future ones, and the whole community, I guess. Thank you once again. I would like to ask the investors and the jury, do they have any questions for our guests, or we can proceed with the winner announcement? I guess it is always interesting to hear about the region where you want to invest, and hopefully we can gather additional events to this one. But before we announce the winner, and because it's technically, let's say, not difficult, but challenging, will take a few more minutes, I will invite Marina from Startup Network to join us, to present herself, to present Startup Network before we actually announce the winner.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ivana. First of all, my sincere compliments to your work. This is the first event for Health Tech Lab on our platform, and the guys are super. I'm proud of them, and I hope you enjoyed the event today. So thanks, Ivana. And then I would like to say many thanks to those judges who joined us today, and especially I'm very glad to see our regular judges from Unicorn Battles Worldwide. And about the startups, guys, you did a great job, and let's find out who is going to win today. So Ivana, did you stop the voting rate already? Or not yet?
Yes, we have stopped it. So let's just.
Okay.
I know.
So you will let me to announce the results, right?
Let me see.
Okay. So the third place for today goes to InvestLab. Congratulations, InvestLab.
Congratulations. Yes, InvestLab and Natasha are on the third place.
Place is Divs Technology today. Congratulations, guys! Startups, if you're here, you can express your emotions about about the win. And the first winner for today is Dr. Ijun.
Yes.
Dr. Ijun. And the first place winner,
guys.
let me remind you, so that the first place winner will come to Unicorn Battles in Eastern Europe for the next round. And if they win the next round, they will participate in the global finals in the Unicorn Cup. And next round will be 8th of April. And I invite everybody to join. I will host the event, moderate the event, and let's meet at the Unicorn Battles in Eastern Europe. And of course, at Health Tech Lab next event in next season, I hope so. Yes, Ivana?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marina. It was wonderful organizing this event with you. Thank you once again for our guests, Alexandra and Tanya. Thank you for all the investors, the judges. Thank you to all the startups. Thank you to all of us for watching us. I think this is really a challenging time, and I think we did a good job. So thank you once again all. Doctorium is going to Eastern European battle, so we will help you and prepare you for that as well. And Marina, we really hope that this is just the beginning of great collaboration. We have experience, hopefully we all learn from this, and looking forward to collaborating on the next project soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. See you soon, and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.